What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the lab. For today's video is going to be all about the new DJI Osmo Action 3. Alright, so the packaging is clean per usual. It comes with a battery pack that has 3 batteries in here, and it also charges the batteries 1770 mAh and roughly around 2.5 hours per battery. And here she is, also a USB Type-C charger, case for horizontal and vertical mounting, DJI extension rod kit. And this is the Adventure Combo Kit, so it does come with 2 DJI protective covers. Everything is pretty simple, easy to use, and I'm excited to bring it outside to really put it to the test. Throughout this video, I'll be running around the streets of New York City to show you guys some of my favorite features. I'm also gonna link up with the homie Chad to show you guys the perspective of a BMX athlete.
I'm tired of those seats. We're going to be testing out this DJI Osmo Action 3. All right, in this case, we're gonna go for, I don't know, 120. We're gonna shoot a couple different shots and then we're gonna try to slow it down.
One of my favorite features right off tops is having the option to film at 4K at 120 frames. You can also film at 100 frames, and you can also film at 60 frames, all the way down to 24. And if you want to bring it down to 1080, you could film at 240 frames per second as well. These slow-mo shots are really good for capturing the details of the action, and it gives you a more cinematic look if you slow down the footage, and that's something I always look forward to seeing. Another one of my favorite features is this new magnetic mount, which I think is an absolute game changer. Not only can you mount it vertically, but you could also do it horizontally as well. And when you're filming and you're on the go, one of my pet peeves is having to unmount and put it onto different mounts. So this allows you to work at a more efficient pace.
All right, so we're gonna try 3 different versions of this. I'm gonna do one that's static, horizontal. The second one is gonna be static, vertical. And the third one, I'm gonna bring out the extension rod just to get some movement in there. Yeah, let's just try, all right? So when I say action, and then you shoot, all right?
The dual touch screens is also a new feature that I really enjoy. Back then, we weren't able to access the front part of the camera, only through the back, and this allows me to switch up the frame rates, switch different modes, and this also makes the process super efficient. These 3 kids training is the Johnsons, and luckily for them, they got their dad training them. And getting shots of them just reminded me of when I was a kid and I used to go to the park and try to get buckets.
This is the perspective?
Mm-hmm. It's kind of wide, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I should do something there, okay, but.
We have 3 different options for filming. We have the standard D-warp, we have the wide option, and we also have my favorite option, which is the ultra wide, which gives you a super wide perspective. Another new feature that I enjoy is the heat balance at 4K 60. Pretty much what this means is we could turn the device on, start recording, and it won't overheat all the way up until the battery runs out. So this allows you to have continuous shooting, whether you're doing something extreme or something as simple as recording yourself or doing like a time lapse. You don't have to worry about this device overheating, which is pretty cool. This new multifunctional battery case is next level. It provides more power conveniently. You can charge up to 3 batteries, supports fast charging, and it can be used as a power bank to charge external devices as well. There's 3 different signifiers for color: red, yellow, and green. Red pretty much means it's under 20%, yellow is 20 to 80, and green is 80%. You can also store micro SD cards right on the top of here. Something that I really enjoy doing is biking around New York City personally. Even though I'm not a professional BMX rider like Chad, I hop on these city bikes and they get me from A to B. So I decided to mount my DJI Osmo Action 3 to my chest and just give you guys a perspective of what it looks like to ride around the city. There are a lot of variables that are involved, such as not getting hit, avoiding traffic, and I wanted to really test the stabilization just to see how it would look for a regular person like me. And the results were pretty cool. I noticed that there wasn't a lot of movement. I noticed that as shaky as riding a bicycle is, it actually looked really smooth. It almost looked like I put it on a gimbal, but in reality, I only had it on my chest mount, which is pretty cool.
And he's going to Korea. Oh my god, I can't believe it, bro.
Now segueing into the hair salon scene, I wanted to pair this device with Jacob because as a hairstylist or as an artist, when you don't have your hands free, it's really hard to film. So I put the chest mount on him just so you guys could see if you're an aspiring creator or if you're an up and coming artist, like you could use this device to get a really unique perspective or angle. I noticed a lot of people use this for photography, POVs. So filming a scene with a hairstylist I thought would be pretty unique because Jacob usually doesn't get to see this side of how he cuts hair because he's always occupied with his hands, whether he's using scissors on one or using clippers on the other or even just washing my hair at the same time. I thought that this product would be perfect for him because it will really allow him to not have to worry about how the shot looks because of the ultra wide view and really allow him to focus on the haircut. And when you find a tool that can aid you in your creativity, I would always suggest it. So I hope that these shots that you guys seen will inspire you to think of a product like this and how it would fit in your world. I only shot it on horizontal, but obviously if you used a quick release, you could shoot it on vertical to capture content like that as well. Another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is the DJI Care refresh plan that comes in 1 year for 25 bucks or 2 years for 35 bucks. If you're like me, some of you guys, I really beat up my products, almost everything that I use, not intentionally, but just because I use them to try to fulfill every creative ambition that I have. And because of that, there are times where I'll crack screens, I will break my products, and this plan just ultimately just gives you peace of mind. There are multiple places where you can really mess up, which is the screen on the back, screen in the front, and the actual lens itself. I would highly suggest this, probably a little more so for the people who do extreme outdoor activities, only because you guys are a little more likely to damage the product. So look into it. I would highly suggest it for the extreme creators. All right, that pretty much wraps up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed running around New York City with the new DJI Osmo Action 3. I enjoyed linking up with Chad, linking up with Jacob, and just trying to use this thing in the most creative way possible. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you guys hit the like button and also subscribe if you actually enjoyed this. And I hope to see y'all on the next one.